This week marked the first anniversary of the release of the State Capture Commission's final report. Commission Chair and now Chief Justice Raymond Zondo has reiterated his public criticism of the state, and not all of it has been well received. Newzroom Afrika's Andersen filed this report.
Thursday, the 22nd of June, marked exactly 1 year since the final release of the State Capture Inquiry's report. The report, put together by Chief Justice Raymond Zondo, came after a grueling process of witness testimonies and going through evidence. But let's go back to how it all started. In 2016, the then Public Protector Thuli Madonsela recommended a State Capture Inquiry as part of a report into the investigations. Despite pushback, then President Jacob Zuma went on to announce the commission. And as now known, over 400 days of testimony took place, with 300 witnesses being interviewed. That all led to 75,000 pages of transcription and well over 1 billion rand of taxpayers' money being spent on the commission. Speaking this past week on the day of the anniversary, Zondo did not hold back as he turned to the Guptas and former President Jacob Zuma.
The state capture that was pursued by the Guptas and their associates was anchored on the influence and control they had on the head of state, who was also the president of the ruling party, and ensured that he would engineer the removal from strategic positions and SOEs of persons who would not be prepared to cooperate with the Guptas in wrongdoing.
Zondo also criticized Parliament and its members for failing to protect the state from state capture. The Chief Justice also claimed that Parliament is currently incapable of preventing another bid to capture the state if one were to come along. Parliament has since issued a statement urging Zondo to exercise caution and avoid comments that may compromise his ability to adjudicate. Energy Minister Gwede Mantashe weighed in too.
Chief Justice Zondo was given a task to run a commission of inquiry, which he did. He has tabled a report. If he wants to actually oversee it again, it's going to be a problem. It will complicate the space. So I don't want to engage him on this matter. I think it's an error of judgment for the Chief Justice to enter that space. He has released the report of his commission. It is being considered. Everybody is engaged with it. I don't think it should be for him to say, this must be done this way and that way and that way. It can't be.
But while Zondo's comments 1 year on have upset Parliament and some government officials, South Africans are hungry for convictions after the release of the State Capture Report that implicated a former head of state and several government officials.
It's certainly the pace of investigations and prosecutions of those implicated in Chief Justice Zondo's report has been woefully slow and inadequate, one must say. And the NPA has tried to explain why things take so long, that they can't just take the information that was presented at the commission and simply take that to court. They've got to do further investigations to corroborate the evidence that was presented and bring watertight cases to court. So that does take time, but I think the country is impatient.
As the country waits for convictions and to see the capturers behind bars, debates around Zondo's findings and criticism are set to linger on in the spotlight instead. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Andersen in Johannesburg.